Hello, Noi here. Welcome back to another episode of Love and Deep Space. Wow, Silas never fails to amuse me. I was very impressed by his suit dressed up as a groom, and then you see the bunny thistle headband, and then you are like, wow, where did that come from? Anyhow, this man, he'll dress up so well and then he'll just do something really odd. Something really odd. It's always the butterfly. I'm willing to forgive the butterfly ear cuff. I'm not willing to forgive the weird bunny thistle headband on what, a wedding suit. Silas, we'll chat about this later. I have important things to talk about first. So, wow. I hope everybody is feeling a little better. I hope you guys have recovered, because it took me quite some time to also recover. And I believe that whenever these issues happen, and especially when it's a known face and it happens to a well-known content creator in your space, in your fandom, it gets to be a very jarring experience. Especially for other content creators, whether they're big or small, it doesn't matter. I think it affects everyone equally. It affects people who've been watching. It affects people who've been listening, whether they're on tweet or off tweet, whether they're been engaging with other forms of social media. It collectively affects everyone. And now that I'm here making these videos, the impact has been pretty heavy. I would be lying if I said that I didn't feel any impact whatsoever, or that it was just for a day and lo and behold, I've been completely normal. By the way, I caved and I got an arm pass for myself, because it would have been impossible to get Silas if it wasn't for the arm pass. But God knows I've been super unlucky with my polls. Terrible. But I'll talk about it later. I'll continue with what I was saying. So it's been crazy. I think the time when I made that video and later, a day later, I was fried. Like, I could feel it. I did not sleep that well. My nervous system was dysregulated, and it took every ounce of me to kind of shake the emotional residue off, because these things can create like a heavy emotional residue, right? And it takes a while. At least for me, it does. It takes some time, and then I have to like perk myself up, tell myself up that, hey, let's do this, let's get back on track, we need to do this. So that's how I kind of prep myself up and get ready to create more videos, which is important, which is also necessary, because if I don't do that, then I also get very lazy. I get very hesitant into going and doing this again, because again, it's the same point of walking on eggshells. Can I say this? Will this create backlash? Can I say that? It's the same thought that everyone thinks, when they're making these videos. Coming back again feels like, okay, prepare yourself for risk taking again, because that's what it is in the end. I think no matter how much you prepare yourself mentally to take these kind of risks, knowing that you are in this YouTube space, in this content creation space, in this fandom especially, no matter how much you mentally try to prep yourself, that fear, that anxiety is always lingering. You have to think 1,000 times from 1,000 perspectives. Can I say this? Is it okay for me to say this? Do I hold this back? How is the reaction going to be? Is there a chance of misunderstanding? Will people take this nuance? Will people accept this? Will they see it in black and white as opposed to the gray areas that I'm trying to highlight. Speaking of which, I need to speak about this one important point that I missed out on my last video about internalized misogyny. One thing that I think maybe two things I would like to add. One of them being that I mentioned that men don't get threatened with death threats or harassed or get R-word threats by women, which is wrong, because they do. I acknowledge that. One of the reasons why I specifically mentioned that those people who were sending death threats to her would not have the audacity to send it to a man was specifically in the context of changing allies, or in this zone. I think the probability is much lesser. Is much lesser. There's a probability. I will not deny that. There is a probability, but in this context, I would say the probability is much lesser for a man to receive those kind of threats from a woman, like R-word threats specifically. But that is not to negate that elsewhere male creators would not face. So an oversight on my part, which I'm willing to absolutely own up to. But I thought that I would mention why this specific point was important to highlight, that it would be much more easier for women to threaten other women with death threats and R-word threats because of power dynamics, which I think, in my opinion, again, this would be my opinion and from my observation, it would be the power dynamics that make it a little bit more easier for women to approach women with those kind of threats rather than approach a man. Particularly if they put the man in question on a pedestal, then I'm assuming that they would not want to approach someone they put on a pedestal with death threats, because they would fume about it internally. I'm 100% sure they would fume about internally. Maybe if they're not fuming, they might be making jokes about it. They might find it amusing. It can go either way. But to most part, I would say in the specific context of this scenario, I'm assuming that the probability of that is much lesser. They're more likely to not have that kind of audacity and instead reach out to someone they think is on par with them. So not someone above them. Which if they put a man above them, then, well, this is about misogyny, internalized misogyny. I should highlight that, internalized misogyny. We're not talking about men doing something here. We're talking about women doing something wrong with women here. Now that we have that in the clear, I would also like to highlight another point, and courtesy of last video's comment section, where I got to know a lot of people's opinions and thoughts, and I even had the privilege of discussions. Some of them were good, some of them were a little off, but nonetheless, I got to know a few important points that I feel like were important to highlight. People from different parts of the fandom were harassed, maybe due to orientation, due to skin color, due to racism, lots of other reasons, and I'm deeply saddened to know that. I express my full solidarity with each and every one of them, everyone that I've spoken to in the comment section who felt harassed, who felt unwelcome in this fandom. I'm extremely sorry for your experience, and I condemn it to my fullest capability as a tiny content creator. Whatever I can do in my part, raising awareness, it's what I've been doing. It's why I made these social discourse videos anyway, which was not really what I wanted to do initially, but this is my little part that I can play in hoping that I can make the fandom a little better. that's as much as my capability can allow me within whatever capacity that I have. So yes, now in this fandom or out of this fandom, whether you choose to only play this game and not interact with anyone else, I wish you all the peace, all the happiness, and all the safety. And I hope that moving forward, you find joy and contentment no matter what you do. Now, I also found something interesting. I feel like since they've also faced that kind of harassment from straight people have also faced that kind of harassment from the other side. And I just say that we've both been in the crossfires, and it's just unfortunate that both sections of the fandom have dealt with some shitty, horrible harassment. And I feel for all of you guys. And anyway, now moving on from this to my MC. I think my MC is very, very pretty. Sorry, guys. I get distracted with my MC. I always find her so pretty. She has some really weird dialogues in the messages, but she has my heart. My MC, the prettiest. I mean, if I don't support my MC, who's going to, right? My MC is the prettiest. Even when I hated the dresses, okay? I hated the dresses so much. But my MC is so pretty. She makes everything look so pretty. So, yeah. Oh, you guys. It takes a while to kind of shake off the emotional residue from heavier topics. And, deal with something more lighthearted and just talk about lighthearted things, which I like to do, by the way. Interesting fact to those who've just subscribed that initially my thought was always to record my gaming experience and not really talk about social discourse, although I would say that as a political science student, as someone who's got a political degree in political science, I have written my fair share of world issues in essays, in articles, and all of that stuff. But I never thought I'd be doing social discourses in a game, in an otome game. So this is as surprising to me, honestly. But it really feels important. I feel compelled to do it sometimes. But I also recognize that it can get very heavy. And I have to indulge in lighthearted things every now and then. Otherwise, it feels difficult to come back and make another video. And Rafa girlies are eating well. I don't know, do you guys I want to know if Rafa girlies like their dresses. Oh, dude, Zayn girlies are eating so well. Look at this beauty. Although initially, I think Zayn MC dress is something that I've liked the moment I saw. I was like, yes, this is the better option out of all of the other dresses. I'm sorry, you guys are eating so well. I want it, okay? I want it so bad. Look at the dress. Look at the dress. Look at the details here. MC, turn around. Yes, thank you. Oh, okay. Would you turn? No. Oh, okay. I just noticed her hair. The braid. Yes, the braid. I noticed the braid. Oh. Can I gush over my MC? Yes. Now we're seeing the full. Look at the fabric details here. Look at the fabric details. This is what I loved. The ivory sheen here is so good. And the embroidery, you can see the embroidery is so good. No, Zayn girlies really got done with this one. I want to know who worked on Zayn girlies dresses, because you guys outdid yourself. Congratulations from my side. Pats on your back. You guys did so well. Love is it embossing? The embroidery, kind of like an embossing. I don't know what is this called. I usually see it on silk. So Zayn earns a lot. I'm pretty sure that it is pure silk. Whatever it is, it's definitely the highest quality of fabric. I love the hair. You know, even though I initially kind of hated the whole dresses situation, I think the only reason I'm even I'm working so hard to get, I was, by the way, is to get the hair. And the dresses are just a plus. That's because I know it for a fact that these people are going to charge like crazy for the dresses once the banner is over. And Lord knows I cannot afford. That autumn pass came out of with such great difficulty, came out of like some kind of a wormhole, because I was not willing to part with it. I was not. Xavier girlies are also eating well. I love the little off-shoulder thing going on here. The little flower is also good. Not the biggest fan of the whale, but the hairstyle is getting me. Like, I love the hairstyle. I love it all so much. And now we're back to it's my least favorite dress, but it's okay. I said it. I said what I said. My MC makes everything look bearable. especially because of the way she just carries it all. The hairstyle also makes it look much better. Ew, the free whale is not good. The free whale is not good. I love this hairstyle. So Xavier Girlie's got great hairstyle as well. Jealous. I need to pull, but my luck is so shitty. Somebody give me a giveaway, please. Oh, this is going to be so difficult to let go of as the banner ends. But nah, she's the prettiest. Yep, she's making it work. She's making it work, kind of. Yes, the married couple. Oh, you guys need to know that I caved in real bad. You know how bad it is to spend like 680 diamonds on backdrops? Yes. Yes, exactly. That bad. That is equivalent to 5+ pulls. So you know how difficult it had to be for me to sacrifice those pulls and like get the backgrounds, because after the banner gets over, guess how much it is? 680. No, wait, that is the diamonds that I got it for. 680 diamonds. Yes, I'm real. 680 diamonds. I sacrificed that. After the banner gets over, it'll be like 900 or something. I'm not willing to spend 900 after the banner is over, so I decided to just get it. Look into each other's eyes, you guys. Come on, give me a good love story. Give me a good wedding picture. Oh, you guys. You little idiotic lovebirds. All the new subscribers who subscribed recently, welcome aboard on this crazy roller coaster of a ride where both you and I will be navigating through some crazy fandom discourse. And to all the old ones, hi, hello, how are we feeling today? Whether you're old or whether you're new, I have some exciting news. We are going to deep dive into a different topic. And no, it's not trauma or another social discourse. It is a surprise. And while you guys try to figure out what that is, I will take this opportunity to put in a request with all of you. I don't do this, I've never done this, and it's embarrassing to do it, but I have to do it anyway because we're growing. if you like this content, if you like my content, if you like my channel. Heartfelt request, please do consider subscribing, liking, and sharing. Thank you so much. Until then, this is Nori signing off from Love and Deep Space. Take care, you guys. Bye bye.